Back on a chilly Monday morning, Hot Mike rolls on to start off another week. Sam Getzinger filling in for Dom Izzo. It's been the hot topic of conversation today. North Dakota State's win over South Dakota State on Saturday, snapping their Summit League win streak at 67 games. Happy to welcome on our next guest, Avery Koenen, joining us to talk about that game. Her appearance brought to us by Northwestern Mutual. Avery, I got to ask you, have you and the team, have you guys come down from the high of that game on Saturday yet?
Yeah, I mean, not yet, I don't think. That's the kind of games that you work hard to play in and to get the win, especially at an away game like that against a great team, it's super special. So, yeah, we'll be soaking that one in.
We've been talking about this morning. Last time NDSU won in Brookings was 2010. Do you remember where you were or what you were doing in 2010?
I was 5 years old, so definitely a while ago. So that's just kind of crazy to think about, honestly.
Yeah, there's no doubt. That'll definitely make Eric in the back feel old. I was trying to think. I was in like third or something grade at that point. I can't remember exactly. But let's talk about the game. Describe what it was like playing in that environment of 4,000 fans. And ultimately, how were you guys able to pull out the win?
Yeah, I think just sticking together as a team and as a group. We talk a lot about how we've matured and how we're more mature now, and to just go on the road in that kind of environment, that's a great place. They have a great home crowd that comes and supports them, and you can see that and you can feel that energy. It was super loud, and but it's so much fun to play in, and soaking in every moment that we got to be on the floor together and just go out. And I thought we played great, so.
I wanted to ask you, at half, guys are down by 3, come out in the third quarter and just light it up. 24-10, you outscored SDSU in the third quarter. What was the difference to start the second half?
Yeah, I honestly think a lot of the nerves kind of settled, playing in that environment, like I just said. It's kind of hard, especially maybe for our younger players to kind of get used to that. I thought we all handled it well still, but we were able to settle in more in the second half and just go out and continue to play like ourselves and play with confidence like we know we're able to. And I don't know if we even thought we played our best in the first half, but knowing that we are capable of being better, and we held ourselves to that standard, and I was, proud of how we handled it.
You had another fantastic game, another double-double, 26 points, obviously over double-digit rebounds as well. Was there a point in the game where you guys thought, okay, I think today's the day. I think we're going to pull this one out. Was there ever a point, or when the final buzzer sounded, you guys could take a sigh of relief?
Yeah, I mean that team it's a great team, so obviously not until like the very end does it kind of hit. But I do think that we went in with total confidence that we could win. I kept saying like today's the day. Like, we all just kind of had a great feeling going into the game, and knowing that and having a whole team that believes that you can win. That just can give you so much confidence going out and playing, especially in those environments. So it took our whole crew to kind of believe and step into that game with confidence, and we did that, and it turned out in our favor in the end.
We're looking at your highlights here, and of course, the stats from Saturday: 26 points for you, 13 rebounds, 10 to 17 shooting, going up against a really good player in Brooklyn Meyer for South Dakota State. What was your mindset going into the game, knowing it's going to be two of the best post players in the league going one-on-one here on last Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, she's a great player. Obviously, everyone can see that. I respect her a ton and what she's been able to do for their program and her time there. So, obviously, just going into that game knowing what I'm also capable of and what my team's capable of, I think that we have a great team and a great team that supports me. And you can't go into those games against teams like that and just expect to all, be able to do it yourself. That was a team win by all means. So I'm just grateful to have the support system that I do have, and the great players that also surround me as a group. And it can give me more confidence when I'm, handling a great player like that.
We're going to show the video here. Take us inside the locker room after the game. What was that celebration like?
Yeah, it was crazy. I think we kind of knew that that's what we wanted to do with the water bottles and everything. But Yeah, it was just a great moment, honestly. Something I'll never forget. And I mean, we were all like drenched in water after it. Had to tell people it wasn't all sweat, it was actually water, but it was so fun.
Well, and then the dog pile as well coming up here in the video in just a second for your 1,000 career points for you for at North Dakota State. What did that mean to you to reach that milestone and then the reaction from your teammates?
Yeah, I think when you have a reaction like that from your team, just it shows how much they support me and have supported me throughout my years here so far. And I just couldn't be more grateful for the team that I have and the teammates that I have. It's just been such a blessing to be a part of this group, and their support has helped me to get where I am.
You and I were chatting before we came on the air here this morning. Where you're from, Montevideo, not too far away from South Dakota. It sounds like you had a really good contingency, really good fan base of family and friends there supporting you. How much did that mean to you to see that on Saturday?
Yeah, that was such a special moment, to walk out after the game and to just see that kind of crowd of people there that have supported me throughout my entire basketball career since high school. It was just a big God moment for me to just see all those people there. Such a blessing, especially to be able to score my 1,000th point in that game and have the people there that maybe saw me do that in high school too. It's something I can't even kind of put into words. It kind of made me emotional, but just so grateful for the support I've been blessed with.
Back to the game, and I'm curious on this, on where you guys or what you guys were thinking going into it. Obviously, the numbers speak for themselves. South Dakota State had the 67 game conference win streak going. NDSU hadn't beaten them in about 10 years. Was all that stuff? I know you guys cancel all that out, but was it daunting at all, knowing that the legacy that SDSU has built over the last 10 years or so?
Yeah, honestly, you can't really go into those games thinking too much about it, but you can help that kind of motivate you also. It's that's sports and it's
Yeah.
competition, and to be able to break something like that is really, really special for a team and a program. And I keep saying like and Jory keeps saying this is a big win for our program,
Hmm.
and kind of the next step for us. So we knew that we were capable of going in and winning that game, and so you just kind of have to tune out all the other outside noise, and I thought we did that well.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Again, North Dakota State getting the win over South Dakota State, first time in Brookings since 2010. You've been around this program for a while now. What's different about this team than years past? You kind of answered it a little bit with your guys' connectiveness as a unit. Getting some new players in this year, and it seems like everything's just firing on all cylinders. What's different about this year?
Yeah, one, I think we're all more mature. My class, I think especially we were blessed with more opportunities maybe than most freshmen to play when we were just coming in, and kind of got thrown into the mix right away, which helps now with experience and everything. But like you said, connectiveness also. We're a very close group of girls, and we all support each other. And when you have a group like that, it makes it easier to go out on the floor every day and not only just play to win, but play for each other and give it your best, because the other person next to you also deserves that. And
Hmm.
also, I just think that we're a very competitive group, and I think going into every single game, we want to win, and we have that expectation for ourselves. And when you have that all combined together, it really sets up a team for success.
Couple of minutes left here with Avery Koenen, North Dakota State forward, joining us here on this Monday morning. Her appearance brought to us by Northwestern Mutual. Jeff and I were talking about this before you came on. How big of a difference maker has Joshy Schiller been this season, transferring in from North Dakota,
Yeah.
and of course her helping run the floor with Marissa Frost to have those two really talented guards? How big of a difference is that?
Yeah, it makes a world of difference. And I think we had talented guards going in, but when you add another girl with that kind of skill level going into every single game, it just adds a whole another level to our team. And she's a great defender. She handles ball pressure really well, and um, just makes a lot of plays for our team that maybe don't always go on the stat sheet even, but she's a hustle player too. And her passes and ability to read the floor is huge for us. And just having another great player on your team, obviously, is just going to make everyone better.
You guys got St. Thomas on the road coming up on Wednesday and South Dakota at home on Saturday. What's the mindset going into this week against those two teams?
Yeah, I think just preparing like we have been all year for every single game. You take it one by one, and try not to look too far ahead, and you try not to also. Um, I mean, yeah, SDSU is a great win for us, but the next one also is the most important one now. So, going in and preparing for that. With confidence is just going to be what we need to do.
Make your plea here to the fans. We've seen it for the men's games the last couple here. They've filled up the stands. How cool would that be to see the students show up on Saturday in a packed fan base against South Dakota?
Yeah, it would mean a lot, when you have a group or a community that comes out and supports you. Obviously, it just kind of makes you play better. And we've got a great group of girls that I think are easy to support. I mean, from my point of view, at least, and just a fun team to watch. So anyone that comes or any support that we get means the world to us.
Avery, I appreciate you coming on. Best of luck this week down in St. Thomas, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
No problem. Avery Koenen joining us from North Dakota State women's basketball after their big win over South Dakota State. Of course, 76-68 was the final score. Eric, do we got the conference standings? Let's throw that up real quick here just to remind people where everything's at. NDSU at the top, unbeaten. The win streak is at, what are we at here? 14 games now. It was really, really impressive. So they're at the top. They stand alone. South Dakota State now with their first loss in a while. They're 4-1. South Dakota's also 4-1. Oral Roberts in the 4. Kansas City in the 5. We've been saying it on this show for a while. It's a 2-horse race on the women's side of the Summit League between NDSU and SDSU. I would throw in South Dakota. I think Saturday we'll find some more answers on where exactly South Dakota falls into the mix here as we get closer and closer to the Summit League tournament. The bottom of the Summit League, there's a difference. There's a difference. And for North Dakota State going up against those teams, it would be good to see them not play with their food. I know that's the cliche that's used, and just put those games away. But we've talked about it with Jeff and now with Avery. It's the mindset of continuing the success. Okay, it's great. Got it once. Can they continue to build on that? Because they're going to see South Dakota State again in the regular season up here in Fargo next time. And most likely, if you want to punch your ticket to a Summit League Tournament Championship and punch your ticket to the NCAA Tournament, you're going to have to go through South Dakota State again. Can they do it twice and at least twice in one season? That's what we're going to have to find out moving forward. Eric popped it up for a second. The net rankings as of now updated this morning. NDSU 42. That's a pretty good number to be at, 42. South Dakota State falls to 49, and then the rest of the group 150 and below. But for NDSU to be at 42, that's pretty impressive. And the bracketology for ESPN updated Tuesdays and Fridays. Last week, NDSU wasn't in the bracket. I would imagine this has turned some heads. They'll be in there. We'll see if the Summit League's a two-bid league this year. That's what I'll be curious about on the women's side. But can't overstate it. It's a really impressive win for North Dakota State over South Dakota State this last weekend. There's no doubt about that. And to do it on the road, that's pretty impressive. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll put a bow on things, get into our what to watch, and get out the door on this Monday morning. A couple of minutes left to go. Hot Mic returns after this.